Steve Andrews is giving a voice to the voiceless and taking the powerful to task. Now, 8 on Your Side investigates.
And tonight we have more questions about the care animals are not getting at your tax-funded pet resource center. An animal advocate is tired of what she calls the atrocities at the Hillsborough County Animal Shelter.
She says it's high time that the Pet Resource Center is investigated because, as 8 on Your Side senior investigative reporter Steve Andrews found out, another dog is dead after yet another questionable medical decision there.
Yeah, this is all so heartbreaking, really. Some animals removed from abusive, neglectful circumstances, others surrendered for whatever reasons. All of them supposedly protected by the county. The Pet Resource Center performed what it called a complicated spay on 10-year-old Lola March 21st. After the procedure, the dog was not monitored in veterinary services overnight.
Instead, she was put in her kennel, and 2 days later, she was found dead.
Animal advocate Ann Malone works with Rescue Me Tampa.
The autopsy states she bled to death.
There are many questions about how PRC handled this case.
Why was Lola not put in vet services overnight for monitoring?
She was spayed because a rescue placed a hold on Lola for adoption.
Why was Lola spayed in the first place? She had a rescue hold. Why couldn't the rescue take care of her spay?
PRC took care of it. Now Lola is dead.
I am outraged at the atrocities that go on at the Pet Resource Center.
Lola is one example of questionable medical judgment at the PRC. Clyde is another. A kennel employee notified veterinary staff the dog ate a blanket. Clyde was suffering extreme diarrhea with pieces of blanket showing up in his stool.
In my opinion, that should have triggered a doctor exam.
PRC records show no doctor examined Clyde for another 6 days. Veterinarian Ellen Lentz.
This dog did not get the benefit of treatment.
Instead, Clyde stopped eating, lost weight, became lethargic as foreign objects perforated his intestines.
This dog suffered in a cage for 6 days, and then it ultimately was euthanized.
Eating a blanket, not being seen by a vet for 6 days.
There's absolutely something wrong, and I don't know if it's a management problem. I don't know if it's a staffing problem.
I have a problem with these questions not being fully answered and no one being held accountable for it. As a taxpayer, I am outraged.
In an email response today, the PRC claims, given the serious nature of the necropsy results on Lola, it is seeking an independent necropsy from a state-run laboratory. It says it is awaiting the final necropsy results, and so are we. Keith?
Thank you, Steve. If you have a problem you want Steve to investigate, give him a call. There's the 8 on Your Side helpline number, 1-800-338-0808.